Capital Disney, it's just gone 4 o'clock, and this is Home Time with the General. Good afternoon. Hello, I am the General T-Boy from Capital Disney, promoted to disc jockey for 1 week only. I'm looking after things for Matt James while he takes a break all of this week. If you want to show me your support, you can send us a text. 60066, put the keyword Disney at the start of your message, and it'll come through okay. You know what, to give us a bit of an email? It's studio@capitaldisney.co.uk. I haven't even got my own email address yet. They're really pushing their luck with this. Also, if you want to give us a ring, it's 0870 202 7000. I'll take your song requests and shout out to your mates, all those sorts of things. Can't do it on air yet, though, I'm afraid, because I'm not qualified. The General, in for Matt James, every day this week from 4 till 7. We've got some great music coming up, not least this. This is called I Wish I Was a Punk Rocker with Flowers in My Hair. It's the first single from a debut album, Smile, It Confuses People. It's Sandy Tom, rather. I love this. No promises, it's Capital Disney. It's 4:15. Hello, it's the General in all this week for Matt James from 4 till 7. Good afternoon. I hope Shane Ward sticks around for it, because I'm sick of seeing all these reality TV show contestants just disappearing to nothing. I mean, we had Steve Brookstein at the end of the X Factor last year, and what became of him? I think he evaporated almost instantly after his first single. Disappointing. And Michelle McManus, what can I say about Michelle McManus? All this time, that came to number 1, and then she disappeared. Bit of a shame. Anyway, emails today. It's studio@capitaldisney.co.uk. I got one here from Jack Dunn. It says, "Hi, I just wanted to say good luck. Good luck, because it's my first time I've ever covered a proper radio show. Thank you. Can you do some games on the show like Alan does on his show?" Well, to be honest, I think I'm going to leave the games to Alan for the time being, because I'm totally inexperienced and everything could go terribly wrong. But maybe we can get something going by the end of the week. And he says, "I'd take part." That's Jack Dunn in Swindon. Thanks for your email. We've also got one from Ian here, which says, hold on a tick. It says, "Hi, General, can you play some Vacancy or Keen, please? We've got some Vacancy coming up in a minute for you." We had McFly and we had Sandy Tom. And now, we got this on Capital Disney, your music your way. So I said Sugar Babes, and I meant Love Bites. Easy mistake to make. Hello, it's 4:30, this is Capital Disney, Home Time with the General. I'm here for Matt James every day, 4 till 7. Welcome along. Now I'm getting a bit lonely over here. I need your texts and emails to keep me company. If you got a bit of a text message you want to send over, 60066, put Disney at the start. I might be able to play a song for you, you never know. It's studio@capitaldisney.co.uk if you want to send us an email. I haven't got my own address yet. I'm a bit upset about that. Might start a campaign in a bit if you're interested. Send us an email this afternoon. I might be able to get a song on for you. I've had a request from Helen for Fall Out Boy, Sugar We're Going Down. I'll see what I can do in the next half an hour. And Laura rang up earlier and requested McFly. Please, please, please. I did another McFly one. I don't know if that counts. Kate from Bristol emails. "Hey, General. Hope you're okay." I'm alright, thank you, Kate. "The show is sounding great. Thank you very much. Can you play Shakira, Hips Don't Lie, please, for me and my sister Kelly?" I never even knew you had a sister, Kate. Yeah, I'll do what I can in the next few minutes. In the meantime, this has been falling down the charts. But I think it enjoyed its place at the top. And I certainly still think it's a brilliant song. This is Gnarls Barkley. Good afternoon, this is the General for Matt James. Hi. If you could spare me a text message this afternoon, I'd be most grateful. It's 60066. Just put the word Disney at the start of your message. I'll give you a few examples in a second. Emails also to studio@capitaldisney.co.uk. I got a text here from Matt. I think that's short for Matt. I think he spelt it wrong. It says, "Afternoon, General. Do you reckon you might say hi to my sister Marie or Miriam?" Which one is that? I think it's Marie. "She'd like to hear a bit of Keen." I'll have a look for you in a bit. It says, "Nice one. Keep up the good work. You are too kind." I've got an email as well here from a faithful follower who's followed me from my T-Boy days on In on the Lake, saying, "Hi, General. Are you still joining Alan this week or not?" Of course I am. I know where my roots are. If it wasn't for him, I'd still be teaching the piano on a Saturday afternoon. To be honest, I still am teaching the piano on a Saturday afternoon, but we won't go there. Yeah, I'm going to go in with Alan tomorrow night from 7 and Wednesday night, and I'll also be here on Home Time as well. If you've got a request, don't hesitate to get it in for me, because here's one for Helen from Tenby, who asked me earlier if I could play a little bit of Fall Out Boy. This is Sugar We're Going Down on Capital Disney. It's the Home Time show. Matt James has turned into a little blonde boy for 1 week only. That's me. Alan Lake says I'm an albino, but I'm not, I promise. My tongue is red, not white. Good afternoon, it's the General here, in for Matt James until 7 today and for every day this week. am the station T-boy, promoted to disc jockey for 1 week only. And it's a bit scary. I keep making all these technical hiccups. I hope no one notices. I think you probably did. I was talking to someone on the phone a minute ago. A little bit of it went out, but we'll ignore that. It was Murray from Belfast who wanted to ring up and tell me to give a message to everybody from her friend Anya, which says, go to all the gingers in the world. I think I can do that for you. You ready? Go to all the gingers in the world. Also, I had a bit of a phone call from Sam in Greenwich, and he said crackers and cheese. More moments of brilliance like that from our listeners. If you text us 60066 Disney at the start of your message and studio@capitaldisney.co.uk, and there'll be more material like that. I mean, a show makes itself if you've got people like that texting in, doesn't it? Given the reins of a radio station for 3 hours this afternoon, I don't know why. It's pretty dangerous, to be honest. It's the General here for Matt James every day this week until 7 o'clock. Now, quickly before the news, it's a request. I managed to fit it in for Sam in Greenwich. This is Old Blunty. I think I'm in love with her. I remember seeing her play on New Year's Eve on the Jules Holland Show, and she was absolutely amazing. A proper musician, huh? She even holds her own guitar. I'm a big fan, in case you didn't notice. Hello there, my name's the General. This is Home Time. I'm in for Matt James all this week until 7 o'clock every day. I'm the T-boy, actually. I got into this building originally, making the tea for Alan Lake, and somehow they've thrown me in the studio and said, do your own show. So here I am. Hello? Give us a text this afternoon, 60066, put the word Disney at the start. Also, studio@capitaldisney.co.uk if you want to email your song requests. I'll chuck them on for you. Give us a ring as well, because I get a bit lonely when the songs are on. 0870 202 7000. It's as simple as that. I can answer them and we can have a chat. Shame on the people who sold those fake World Cup tickets to those youngsters. Did you hear that in the news? That must have been heartbreaking for them. They got all the way to Germany as well and had to turn round. Some of the people in this world are of questionable morals. Will Young, All Time Love, it's Capital Disney. Now, I've decided that every time we have a slushy love ballad on the radio, I'm going to ruin it with one of the higher energy Matt James dance beds. Are you ready? Let's ruin All Time Love. I think that kills the mood a little bit, doesn't it? The General here for Matt James all week. Tell your friends, if you want to send us an email, it's studio@capitaldisney.co.uk. I've got one here from James. It says, please play Handsome Bop. I think there's a simple answer to that. James, I'm not doing it. No way. Bop, that's classy, isn't it? I had a great phone call while one of those records were on. It's from Sam in Greenwich, who's a bit of a repeat offender on the old telephones, and it says... he basically said that his albino frog passed away at the weekend. The name of the frog was Cartman. It was an albino frog. I get called an albino boy because I got white hair. But the albino frog died at the weekend of a fit. I'm sorry to hear that tragic news, Sam. You didn't sound too cut up about it, though. Was he not a great pet? Interesting, interesting. If you've got something to offer, then you know where to send it. It's studio@capitaldisney.co.uk. Text me 60066 with the word Disney. Give us a ring if you want. It's 0870 202 7000. Right, we got some Shakira coming up for Kate in Bristol and Helen in Tenby. Welcome along. Home Time, the General here for Matt James every night this week. Now, I've still got a deep-seated resentment for my chemistry teacher from when I was young. You know when teachers come up with their own classy little way of remembering something difficult? For example, the old physics one, to remember the order of the planets, was, son, my very easy method, just set up 9 planets. Easy! And then you take the name, you know, the letter, and it's the name of the planet. Easy. Well, when I did GCSE chemistry, we had to know half of the periodic table of elements. Half of it, from hydrogen to calcium. No easy way of doing that, really, but my teacher came up with the idea of learning it as a word, and so now... 6 years on, I have the ability to recite the periodic table as a word. Brace yourself for this, it's a big one. Herhili Bebeknoff Nina Miguel Sips Clarksa. I'll do that again for you. Herhili Bebeknoff Nina Miguel Sips Clarksa. That is the periodic table of elements from hydrogen to calcium. That's one word, write that down. You never know, it might come in handy one day. Right, I've got some text here. Can you play Eminem, When I'm Gone, and Mockingbird, and say hello to Geordie and Ciara Watson? I can't, we haven't got any Eminem. We haven't got any Eminem here. That's a big one. Eminem? Can't say that. And also, can you play Sandy Tom, I Wish I Was a Punk Rocker? We did that in the last hour. I'll see if I can get it on for you in a moment. In the meantime, I've got a little bit of hard fire for you. Text me 60066 with the word Disney, 08702027000, and studio at capitaldisney.co.uk. This is hard fire, better do better. Come on. It's Capital Disney, and it is pretty much 10 minutes to 6 o'clock. The General here for Matt James every day this week, 4 till 7. Hello. I had the bright idea at the weekend, because it was quite a nice day on Saturday, to go for a bit of a swim in the English Channel. Why is that a good idea, you're asking? Well, so am I. The thing is, I went for a swim, I got my toes in, and it was absolutely freezing. It was so cold my eyeballs froze the moment my toes went in. So over 15 minutes, I lowered myself into the ocean, inch by inch. It literally took me about 15-20 minutes to get in there. Absolutely freezing. By this time, I was blue, despite wearing a wetsuit. After 15 minutes or so, when I finally got into a tentative breaststroke, swimming very slowly now, all of my efforts for the last 20 minutes were ruined by a girl of about 8 years old who decided it'd be funny to shout, "Jellyfish!" Honestly, I was up, out the water, and off down the beach and in the car in about 10 seconds. So that wasn't too successful. Do not swim in Britain, it's freezing. And there's nasty creatures in the ocean. Right, I've got a song now. I got a text message a bit ago which says, please play Freemasons Watching, and it's got a kiss on the end, so I assume it's from a female. And that came in about 5:20, so I'm going to do that for you now. And we've got a little bit of Rihanna coming up in a bit. This is The General from Matt James on Capital Disney Home Time. Unlucky, I'm here all week. I've got a text coming in here from my number one. Who is my number one? My number one fan, I guess. Amazing that I should even have one. I don't even know them either. It says, "Hi, General, I want you to have a show all the time." Well, I'll tell you what, let's just see how it goes this week, and then we'll think about that later. And please, 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 can I have your autograph? I think that's the first time in my entire life that I've been asked for my autograph, and I'll be happy to supply it, but I don't want to boost my ego too much, because there's been a couple of technical histories so far, and I'm a little bit embarrassed. Right, we've got the Eurovision song entry for the UK 2006 coming up in a minute. That's old Daz Sampson, Teenage Life. It's a good tune. But hopefully these boys won't be on Eurovision next year because they've just been signed. I've had the pleasure of meeting them, and they're brilliant. One of them even bought me a can of Coke when I was in with Alan, and I never paid him back. So, hopefully this will compensate. I think you know what's coming. It is exclusive to Capital Disney. It is The Vacancy, handheld digital infrared compatible, the song with the longest title in the whole wide world. That's Daz Sampson, Teenage Life. It's Capital Disney. The General here. Hello, I'm filling in for Matt James all week. And I'm going to play this cool bit of music at the top of every hour. Good afternoon. The big man, the man you've all been waiting for, has just popped in to remind me what I have to do. If you've got any doubt who that is, I don't think you should be listening to the station at all. It's Mr. Alan Lake, my friend and colleague. He just came in and said, yeah, don't forget, right, that you've got to big up the show, yeah, starting at 7, because I don't want you taking all the limelight, you're just a T-boy. He's right, I'm just a T-boy, but Alan Lake from 7. I sound like Matt James there, don't I? Alan Lake today from 7. Well, I am pretending to be Matt James, so I think that's okay. If you want to get in touch today, I'd love it. It's 60066 if you want to text me. Put the word Disney at the start of your message. Studio at capitaldisney.co.uk if you want to send me an email. I haven't got my own address yet. As soon as I do, I'll let you know. But it's studio at capitaldisney.co.uk for now. And give us a ring, because I need someone to chat to when the songs are on, don't I? 0870 202 7000. Speaking of which, I've just had a little chat with somebody called Jaspreet from Gravesend in Kent, who rang me up asking for a bit of Busta Rhymes. I'll see what I can do for you in the next hour. Stick around, we've got some really great music coming up, and this is an example of it. I miss this song, it hasn't been on for a while, but I'm sure you'll recognise it immediately. Are you ready? Oh yes, it's the Freddie Mercury impersonator. His voice sounds just like him, in my opinion. Thunder in My Heart, Mech on Capital Disney. It's 5 minutes past 6 o'clock. Hilary Duff, Beat in My Heart on Capital Disney. Hi, it's the Billericay Bad Boy here. Because I hail from Billericay in Essex, not the most interesting place, I warn you. But I like it. Hello, my name is The General. I'm here for Matt James all week. Tell your friends. My favourite listener of Capital Disney has emailed me with a very simple message. General Lee, you rock! I know that. You don't have to tell me. I got a text message here that says, "Hi General, you're doing well." Thank you. Doesn't feel like it. You're doing very well. Thank you. Lots of love from Cameron. Speaking of Hilary Duff, she's a personal friend of mine. Well, in the respect that I think you could probably call someone a personal friend if they've rung you up, well, at least once. And strictly speaking, because she came on in on the lake a few months ago and did a phone interview, and she rang us to get through, strictly speaking, she rang me up. Is that alright? Anyway, in the interview, I managed to test out some English accents on her. I did a little tea one. Would you like tea with that, sir? She loved it. I think she likes me. Anyway, Hilary, if you're out there listening, don't hesitate to get in touch. I'll read out my personal mobile phone number in just a minute. Not really. But if you've got a song you want on today, please email it in because we got scope for a lot of requests in the last hour. It is studio@capitaldisney.co.uk. You can text me 60066. Just put the word Disney at the start of your message. And of course, if you want to have a little chat with me, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to, 0870 202 7000. Give us a ring. I'd love to hear from you. Right, this is new. This is Sen, and it's Up and Down. Now, I'm a bit of a closet musician, and I'll be damned if I wasn't conducting that in the Capital Disney studio there. I think I impressed the fellas in Classy FM opposite. But, as I said earlier, every time I play a slushy ballad on this radio show, I'm going to ruin it with a high-powered, high-energy Matt James dance bed. Good afternoon, The General here. That was Westlife You Raised Me Up, by the way. I got half an hour to go until 7 o'clock when the big man, Alan Lake, takes over. I got an email here from Dan Owen. If you want to email me, it's studio@capitaldisney.co.uk. It says, "Hello again. Could you do a General's Knowledge quiz every night on the Drive Show?" Thanks, Dan. Well, Dan, the trouble is, and this is why I haven't been taking calls on air, I really don't know how to do it. Maybe if I can get a bit of early tutoring in tomorrow before 4 o'clock, I can take some calls, and maybe we'll think about a bit of a phone-in competition. I mean, honestly, you can't forget that I am the station T-boy. I've got the skills akin to a pigeon at this. You know, it's rubbish. I can't do anything. But I'll do my best. We'll try and get some sort of competition sorted out for you for tomorrow, Dan. And I can't guarantee it'll be the knowledge quiz. I'll be doing that in the evenings with Alan, but it'll be something fun, I promise. Here's one for you. Ian has given me a bit of an email here. And he says, "Shame you never took up that bet with Alan." This is about a bet I made with Alan last week about Clear. You know the girl band Clear? I think they're the official girl band of the station, pretty much. And I bet that they'd probably enter the chart, probably above number 60. I was going to bet Alan about £10 million, I think. Ian says, "Shame you never took the bet, because Clear have entered at number 55 in the charts. And I would have won, apparently. I can't even remember what I bet, but I would have won. There you go, I just let a small fortune, a massive fortune, pass me by, never mind." And he says, "Can you play me Clear? Lucky like that." Now, I've had the pleasure of meeting these girls at Christmas, and I know Matt James had them in last week, or the week before or something. And they're very, very nice. Not only are they enthusiastic as musicians, but they are also lovely ladies, and a tiny little bit attractive. And this is their new single. It's out to buy now, so if you've got a couple of quid burning a hole in your pocket, get down to Woolies and buy it. It's Clear, Lucky Like That, and it's 6:30 on Capital Disney. I think I'm going to dedicate that one to myself, actually, because this is the very first time I've actually done a proper radio show. Some might not call it a proper radio show, but what the hey. The General here for Matt James. Not long left now, just 25 minutes, and then Mr. Lake takes over. I'm not in on the lake tonight. I'm going to come in tomorrow, if that's all right with everybody. The General's Knowledge Quiz, that means, tomorrow night. I had a phone call from Adam while that song was on. He says he's got a cold, but he's okay. And he's also rooting for a tune. He wants Automatic, Monster. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? That is a tune. I'll see if I can get that on before the end of the show. I'll have to check a few things first, but I'll see if I can do it. I got an email here from Hannah Wheatley, and it says, "Hi, I just sent you an email through the lake at capitaldisney.co.uk. Well, it won't get to me, will it? I'm not the lake. I'm the General. I'm the Billericay bad boy." It says, "Hi, General. The show is wicked. You rock my pink spotty cotton socks." Anyway, I love you, dude. Hannah. Well, everybody loves me. Honestly, the amount of emails that say love you at the end. I like it. Thank you very much. And thanks for your email, Hannah. That's very kind of you. I've also caused a bit of trouble because I was winding up Blaine on the phone and I said, oh, you're getting a bit close to Helen from Tenby, aren't you? Because they've been chatting online and stuff. And he says, no, I haven't. He said, I couldn't go out with Helen. I don't know what she looks like. Blaine, you're shallow. You're a shallow man. And then it says, General, I didn't say it was Helen's fault I'm bored. Okay, so Helen, Blaine is not bothered that... You're not making him bored, all right? I think we'll leave that one there. Right, text messages. Hang on a sec. It says, hello, Disney. Who's this from? Hello, Disney. Miriam would like some Keen. Miriam, would you like some Keen? I'm sure she would. Right, okay. I'll see if I can get some. I don't think we got very much. And I've got one here from Richard in Telford that says, good luck on the Home Time show, generally. From Richard in Telford, thank you very much. This is my first ever radio show. I hope it's going all right. I hope you like it. My name's The General, by the way. I'm here every day for Matt James from 4 p.m. till 7. Alan Lake takes over in a bit. About 20 minutes left till that happens. In the meantime, I've got a tiny little bit of awesome for you. Brace yourself for this. That's some serious drums, isn't it? Send me your messages, 60066 with Disney at the start. Awesome, bright idea on Capital Disney 27. Adam, who rang for it earlier. Alan Lake is firmly in the building, I promise. I know this because he's sitting outside with a cup of coffee. He even had the good grace to offer me one, and he gave it to me, a creamy chop from the Classy FM coffee machine. Blinding. Old Pat Sharp was out there as well. Helen Lim from Tenby emails again. Hi, General. I love you. I love you! Thank you very much. I love you and your show so much. You rock. Thank you. You're very kind. Lots and lots of love. Your #1 fan, Helen. Thanks very much. Another one comes in from Blaine. General E, play this song. He's given me a web link. Play it, it's a great song. You know what? I'm a bit scared of web links, and I don't know really how to work them, to be honest, so I'm going to leave that one for Alan. I promise you he'll do it for you. I got a text message as well. See if you can guess who it's from. I'll give you a clue, he's from Blackpool. It's from Phil in Blackpool. It says, General! The General rocks. Now what you mean is... Big fish, little fish, the General rocks. You're very good on the radio. Thank you! You're very good on the radio. Capital Disney should give you a show. Well, you know what? Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Hopefully Matt James will extend his holiday and I can take over a bit. Now, I'm just joking. Matt James is back on Home Time next week. This is the General, by the way, filling in for him Monday to Friday this week. Alan Lake's going to be along in a minute, but first, it's time for the feeling. Feel my little world. Right up. 8 minutes to 7. The best show on the radio. In on the Lake. Up next. He should be in with me next, Link. The feeling, fill my little world right up. I've been waiting for this moment pretty much all my life. You never guess who's just walked in. A long time ago, at a radio station far, far away, the saviour of radio and the saviour of the universe. He's from the Isle of Wight, but that doesn't matter. It's a bit loud, isn't it? Oh, God.
Why only coming out one ear? Robin?
I don't know, sort this out, somebody. Look, mate, I've spent the last 3 hours being as slick as paint. Slick. It's like being a 3-hour oil slick.
It's putting me off when I'm only coming out one ear. Hang on. Bear with me. I'm just rearranging stuff, hang on.
Hold on. Slow down, Alan. What's coming out on the show tonight?
Robin's just told me to stop shouting. Robin would not know how to present a radio show if they said to him, Robin, here's the Bible of how to present a radio show.
He told me he went home earlier.
I was going to.
If your compression in the studio and limiting wasn't so bad, I wouldn't need to shout. Do you know what I mean? This is time between me and the General. Do you mind?
You know what? I think we can shut him out with a bit of Star Wars.
Yeah.
So what did you think of my show, mate?
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Bye, Robin. See ya. Yeah, it was
rubbish, wasn't it?
It was pretty bad, to be honest, mate. I've got to say, I don't think... I mean, I listened to Radio 1 the other day, and that's bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, honestly, I thought it was really good.
Yeah?
Mrs. Lake even texted me to say, tell the Enroll that we've got... Enroll, that we've got him on in our shop. Well, not our shop, her shop, right?
Right.
She was broadcasting, the biggest audience you probably had. All 5 people inside her little clothing shop. Trying on underwear, that kind of thing, listening to your women, trying on clothes, listening to your dulcet tones.
Mate, that's brilliant news.
I know.
That's brilliant news.
Can I just say, this is probably the most surreal experience
I don't like it.
I've ever had.
But
Get this, right? Last week he was my T-boy. Now he's introducing me on the radio. And I'm like, you could I'm on your shoe. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
I don't like it. Anyway, good show, mate. I enjoyed it.
It was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, what's the time? Is it time for me to go on there?
No, I don't know. Do you know what? Should we just let the Star Wars music play out? Because it's only got
Yeah,
another minute.
go, just whack it back up and say that.
Stuff in it.
Look, whack it back up and just say I'm on next, and that's it.
When people sit through this in the cinema, they can sit through it at home, can't they?
Brilliant!
Only joking. So you're up next then.
Only joking, that sounded like a bad Matt James gag.
Only joking.
Only joking.
I'm not sticking around tonight, mate, but I am tomorrow.
Why aren't you sticking around tonight?
Because someone asked me to have a pizza, and I fancy a bit of a pizza.
Who?
after that. Matt Dixon.
So Matt Dixon is more important than this radio show. Well, not this radio show, the next radio show.
No, pizza is more important than that.
All right, okay.
So, but General's Knowledge Quiz tomorrow night, yeah?
Yeah, can I just say a big hand to the General?
Thank you.
Clap yourself.
I'll clap myself. That's the end of the Star Wars music, so we better put this on. Free